Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of One Mic Conversations with me, Skittzo, and my mother.
Kay Sands.
So today we're going to talk about the regular. So actually, we missed an episode, so we're going to talk about last weekend's picks for the NFL. And so I had some stuff I had to do. I had to, take care of stuff. So be back on schedule this week. It'll be Sunday and Thursday. So. How you doing today, Mom?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing okay. So let's get into it now. So first we'll go over the picks from last week. So your picks were last week and mine. All right. So let's see, the Dolphins and the Dolphins and KF. I was going to say KFC, but it's really KC. So Dolphins versus KC, and KC won. So that's one for me, one for you. Oh, actually, we got to talk about Pittsburgh at Tennessee. We both had Tennessee, so we are, so 0-1, 0-1. All right, so 1-1 right now. Okay. Vikings at Falcons.
Vikings.
We had Vikings, so did I. And that is the Vikings won, so that's doing okay. Yay. Vikings won. Arizona at Cleveland. You had
Browns.
You had the Browns. We both had the Browns. So, okay. I don't Los Angeles at Green Bay.
Packers.
Yeah, we both had the Rams. Actually, we both had the Rams.
Yeah.
That's what you picked, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Washington at New England. What did you have? Remember, this was last weekend, so.
Patriots.
Did you? Hold on.
I believe so.
Hold on. Let me. Where is it? Yeah, you had the Patriots, and I had the Commanders, and the Patriots lost.
Ugh.
So, lost. Okay, so, and then there was the Chicago Bears and the Saints. You picked, where is it? Yeah, I got it really right. Okay, so we both picked the Saints, and the Saints won, so.
Yay for me.
Okay. Then Seattle, Baltimore. You picked Seattle. I picked the Ravens, and the Ravens won 37-3.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta put this together better. All right. So we're also gonna make picks today as well.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. We got next we have Tampa at Houston. I picked the Texans and you picked the Bucks. And Houston won 39-37.
Wow, close.
Yeah, well, it's close, but you're not close. All right. It was the Colts and the Carolina Panthers. You picked the Panthers, yeah. And I picked the Colts. And the Colts won. You are not looking good this week.
No, but
you had the Giants. Well,
Giants.
Yeah. So now you look even worse because the Giants lost.
Yeah.
Next is Dallas at Philly. We both picked the Philadelphia Eagles to win, and they did.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Also, Bills at Bengals. We both picked the Bengals, and Cincy won.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Chargers at Jets. We both picked
Chargers.
Yep, and the Chargers won.
Of course.
Okay. I must say, I am very surprised by me, if this is correct. Let's see. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Do you know what my record for this week is? Do you want to know mine first or yours first?
Yours is fine.
Okay. My record is 12-2 this weekend. Not this weekend, the previous weekend. Do you know what yours is? Do you want to know?
9-4.
No, 8-6.
Close.
No, not really. But yeah, so now that we talked about that last weekend, now we're going to go into Daniel Jones got hurt last weekend, so he's not playing anymore for the rest of the season. He tore his ACL. I think he tore his ACL, his knee. And he wasn't even contacted. Yeah, I think with him, after next year, he's gone. It's going to be like 8 years or something like that by then. Or 6, 7, 8 years. Yeah, he's gone. From the beginning of his career, they had too many fucking coaches. They fucked everything up from the start. I mean, they hired Joe Judge. Wasn't a good idea. They hired Pat Shermer. Wasn't a bad idea. And they weren't bad ideas, but, they kept changing. They became one of those teams that kept changing their head coaches all the time. Yeah. And when you do that, you don't have stability. It's gonna get worse. So, so what do you think about the whole Giants situation?
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
It should be better. I mean, teams do have their rough times, but the Giants just, please turn back the clock and start over.
Yeah. Well, they had 16 years of Eli Manning. So Eli Manning, and they had like a decade, I thought, of the offensive line.
Yeah.
So they haven't had that in a long, long time.
No, and with players getting hurt, and
it seems like players get hurt more nowadays than they ever have.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's I think because the way you prepare for the season is completely different. I don't think they have as much muscle memory as they used to have.
Maybe
I don't think they don't do as much the way they used to do it. Because if I don't recall a lot of quarterbacks or players in general when I was growing up getting hurt all the time. You normally had the top players pretty much always playing.
Yeah, I mean,
there was always going to be probably, it seemed to be like always at least one or two top players that for some reason was going to get hurt. It was just going to happen. But this is like constantly happening.
It is
with anybody and everybody on every team.
Yeah, it's like they don't prepare like they should. They could be afraid of major injuries or something happening to a player, fall on the field and have it be really bad, So
you're saying they don't do it the way they used to do it because of safety reasons, or they perceive it's safer?
Yeah, I think so.
I can understand that, but they're getting hurt a lot more. Like the concussion protocol is what they have to do, stuff like that. But you didn't hear a lot of football players dying in the heat a lot. In the pros. I mean, you heard of it happening. It does happen because certain people's bodies or the way things are, it can happen, the heat and everything. Yeah. But I mean, with the type of injuries there, and it's always an ACL. Yeah. All of them.
So they need to strengthen the plays for.
What do you mean plays?
Well, or exercise, whatever it is they can do to try and help prevent those kind of injuries.
No, not exercise. It's preparing like your body, because there's muscle memory in a person's body. It's like, for instance, when somebody starts playing football at Pop Warner, they play Pop Warner. They play in high school. They play in college. They're practicing. It's all their body's getting used to it. Just like a wrestler. Yeah. A wrestler's body will get used to it after a while.
So it takes a toll.
Their body's conditioned because they're either, getting slammed or doing this. So their body it could cause big problems, but they have to be careful. But they train, and that's why they train to be wrestlers, because their body gets used to it. And then they have to go out there how many times a week, or how many times a year and stuff.
True.
But I don't think their body is getting as conditioned for football as it used to.
Yeah.
So, that makes me wonder whether or not, you're going to see,
whether or not the coaches are really doing what they need to, so the players.
No, it has nothing to do with that. If you can't condition properly or get used to things properly, like they were able to do years ago, it's going to happen because you're starting to see injuries a lot.
Yeah,
like it's way more than I think it used to be, because I don't recall seeing it as much. It does happen, but you'll see a lot of the top stars be out, or a whole team.
Yeah.
Injuries. I mean, it could be the field that maybe they need to change back to grass. Maybe that'll be a lot better. But no, it's I don't know. It's just bad. The Giants look horrible. They're probably going to draft a quarterback, but now this is what I'm wondering. Guess who would be out for the draft in the next year or two? Archie Manning.
Archie Manning.
His name Arch Manning, is the son of Cooper Manning, who is the but he's also the nephew of Peyton Manning and Eli Manning.
Oh.
So Cooper Manning was a wide receiver, I think, in college, but he ended up with this bone thing or spine thing or something, so he couldn't play anymore.
Couldn't play?
He had to stop playing. But now the Giants are in a spot where if Arch Manning, whatever he's going by, comes out, it wouldn't be in the next draft. This draft coming up in April, it would be the following year he could possibly come out. And if he's good, and if the Giants are high up there in the draft, I wonder if they would go for him. Imagine having two Mannings as the Giants quarterback, Eli and then his nephew. It would be 8 years later, his nephew, becomes a Giant.
It could be good.
Yeah. So, I wonder if that could happen. If he's good and everything, yeah, but they're going to have to draft a quarterback again. So I think they'll keep Daniel Jones for next year. And if he doesn't do anything at all, they're going to get out of that contract. 82, whatever, guaranteed, boom, gone. And they're going to draft another quarterback. And they'll probably have another quarterback as a gap. What I mean? Like a gap quarterback to basically like a bridge. Like, put this quarterback in for now, sign a quarterback for a year. They'll be the starter. But Arch Manning would come along throughout the year, just like they did with Eli. Remember, they went and got Kurt Warner. But the thing about it is, what was odd is that they were 5-4 when they put Kurt Warner in.
Yeah.
So the season wasn't over.
No.
But they wanted Eli Manning in there. They wanted Eli Manning in there and find out. And so he ended up winning 2 Super Bowls. So maybe it'll be magic again with the Mannings. I mean, Peyton has 2 Super Bowls. Eli has 2 Super Bowls. Maybe Arch Manning will go to the Giants and he'll win a couple more. Maybe that's what will happen, All right, now we didn't do anything on Thursday. Well, we did make our picks for Thursday, but we didn't do a show Thursday. Now, Thursday night, this past Thursday, was Panthers versus the Bears. Who'd you have again?
Panthers.
Yep, and I had the Bears. So, that's I think I got that. Yeah, so it's I think the Bears won, I believe. Hold on, let me check.
I think they did.
All right, let's see. NFL schedule. Yeah, I will definitely be even more ready. It's just this past week trying to get some stuff ready for this. Setting things up for the future. I just had let's see where week 10. Yeah, it was the Bears and the Panthers, and you picked
Panthers.
You picked the Panthers, but it doesn't say. Hold on. NFL scores. All right, let's see. For the Panthers. Come on. Oh, okay. It was the Bears that won.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's 0-1 for you, 1-0 for me so far. Now, our picks for Sunday, okay? Colts at Patriots. Who do you have?
Colts.
All right, okay. Then there's the... let's see, who's next? It's the Ravens. Where's the Ravens? It's the Browns and the Ravens. Who'd you have?
Browns.
All right, I have the Ravens. You have the Browns. Okay. Steelers, Packers. Who'd you have?
Packers.
Packers. I have the Steelers. All right, next is the Texans at the Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals at Texans. Okay. Saints at Vikings.
Vikings.
I had the Saints. I have the Saints, I mean. All right, 49ers at Jaguars. Who do you have?
Jaguars.
I picked the Jags too, but I think we ended up might end up but it being a bad pick. I'm getting the feeling. All right. So, Titans versus Bucks. Who do you have?
Titans versus Bucks. Titans.
Yeah, Titans. Wait, is that... Oh, where... Yep, Titans versus Bucks. All right. I have the Titans also. I had the Jags for the last one. Falcons at Cardinals, basically.
Cardinals.
I have Falcons. You have the Cards. All right. Lions at Chargers, I believe.
Chargers.
Let me see. Yeah, the Chargers. I picked the Lions. You picked the Chargers.
Yeah.
All right. You pick. Our Giants at Cowboys. We both going with the Giants.
Yes.
Which, again, Giants are horrible this season, so it's not gonna look good. Okay, the Commanders at Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah, the Seahawks. I had the Commanders. And Jets at Raiders.
Raiders.
Okay, the Raiders. I have the Jets. All right. Is the Raiders and Jets Monday Night Football? Hold on 1 second. Yeah, no, that's not Monday Night Football. I think that's Sunday Night Football. Then who's on Monday? Oh, Monday. Oh, Monday. We didn't do Monday. Have we not been doing Mondays?
I think we were, but...
Maybe a couple weeks we didn't for some reason. Or I didn't notice. All right, so Monday night is Broncos at Bills. Who do you have?
Broncos.
You have Broncos, really? Okay. You have the Broncos. I have the Bills. That's what I'm taking. All right. That's what I'm taking. Okay. All right. Any changes before we go further?
Nope. I'm good.
All right. So we'll see how many wins or losses I have, how many wins or losses you have. Last week, I did pretty good. Apparently.
I didn't do too bad.
Not horrible. I was 12-2 and 8-6 for you, which we went through earlier.
Yes.
So
not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not too bad. And they had another 9:30 game, today. So
yeah,
Sunday. So yeah. So I don't know. I'm very, very concerned with the Giants. I think they're going to have a high pick next year, really high. And I don't think they're drafting a quarterback. I think it's going to be the year after. But I think they're going to draft something to help with the offensive line still, or a wide receiver. If they can get Marvin Harrison Jr. in this draft, that's going to be really good.
Well, I would like to touch on the Giants. The Giants...
Physically or psychologically or emotionally?
Well, round it out. Let's face it. The Giants have had a lot of injuries, and apparently, I think they're still having them.
Yeah. I think they just have bad luck.
What's his name is now being a quarterback?
Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito. Well, he's He's coming along.
I don't know about coming along, but they have to give him a chance to throw the ball and really go at it.
Yes, they do.
So they have to. They have no other choice.
Right.
Let them play. The season, like I said before, the season is over.
Yeah.
There is no better to the season. It's dead. Okay? Yeah. It's dead. They lose against Cowboys, it's dead.
Yeah.
Done. No more. No more.
Yeah.
So you might as well just let them throw it all over the field. Just throw, have him throw 40, 50 passes sometimes just to see what he can do. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about, the dream things. You picked port, Mom. What do you think port is going to be about? Or what possibility?
Possibility
All right, it's a dream, so it signifies different things,
Yeah, so...
Or possibilities of what it signifies.
Maybe the possibility that you're going to have some good luck if you dream of a port.
Are you porting in good luck? You're porting
in good luck.
Okay. Okay, well, now, all right, then I'll read it now. Okay. Port. To dream of visiting a port denotes that you will have opportunities of traveling and acquiring knowledge, but there will be some who will object to your anticipated tours. All right, a little different than what you expect, but then knowledge could be good luck.
Yeah,
because better knowledge, more knowledge. You'll know more things. You'll probably do better, maybe. So traveling, you get to see more stuff. So I mean, it's not a big, huge thing, but it's
could be a good thing.
Yeah. So yeah. Probably always good to travel, know someone who travels a lot, so they seem to enjoy it. So yeah. All right. Now we'll go into word of the day. All right, word of the day for today is refulgent. All right, refulgent means shining brightly, radiant, gleaming, refulgent. All right, again, it's refulgent is shining brightly, radiant, gleaming is the meaning of that. All right, so okay, it's a new word in my vocabulary, like all the other ones. Whether or not I'll remember all these words is another story. So all right. So next we have Goosebumps. Now, in this episode, it's episode 7, and it's called Give Yourself Goosebumps. Now, in this one, the last thing he said was he revealed himself to be Biddle, right?
Yeah.
And he turned into the fiery or the burnt Biddle at the end of the last one, them realizing that it's not Mr. Bratt. And then they realize they're actually in the book, in the scrapbook, and they find Mr. Bratt. He finds them. He's not sure if they're real or he's real or something like that. So they at least first think it's Biddle, but it's not. It's actually Mr. Bratt because they're in the scrapbook and they realize it. And then, what was it? Nora escapes. No, she didn't escape. She was finally released because Margot's mother told Nora not to take the medication anymore.
Yeah.
And she stopped, said, "You're not crazy." When she stopped, she got released. And because she wasn't so drugged up and acting all. So she got released. And then after she was released, what else happened after she was released?
She went to go get sloppy remains, didn't she?
Yeah, but before that, she ended up seeing Mr. Bratt, the one who's possessed.
Yeah.
His actual form, his actual body is possessed, and she realizes and finds out that it's Biddle taking over his body, and then after that is when she gets Slappy, and then the guy she's seeing, right?
Yeah, he ends up
going to the guy's house, the black guy's house.
Saying that something's up with Nora.
And that she was talking about a doll, the Slappy. She was talking about Slappy, and that's when what's his name? I can't remember exactly what his name is.
Yeah, but that's when he's
the father of the quarterback.
Yeah,
not Luke. It wasn't Lucas.
No, it was the other one. He hurt his arm or something.
Yeah, it was the quarterback, I thought. What is it?
Trying to think of its name.
I can't remember his name right now either.
But his father ended up leaving the house.
And just leaving that guy that Nora was just there. And he goes, it's me. No, it's not me. It's them.
Yeah.
It's them. They're all crazy or something like that. All the friends and stuff. So he leaves because he realizes that she's going to put Slappy back together or something because that's what Harold wants back together, which is Harold Biddle. So he goes and finds not James's mother.
Yeah.
Right? And he goes, I can't remember his name. Hold on, let me see if I can find his name. Hold on. Let me see if I can find his name. Let's see.
It wasn't Isaac, was it?
Isaiah.
Oh.
Is Isaiah's father. So let me see. Isaiah. I don't see where Isaiah, but it's Isaiah's father who's the one. Isaiah's father is the one who goes to the mine thing with James's mother.
Oh, yeah.
They go, and then he falls in, sees who he thinks is James, but it's not James, it's a dupe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So he takes something to where Isaiah's father falls. He goes out. James' mother thinks it's James, realizes it's not James, right? And then she takes a board and hits him, but he explodes. And then they both realize how bad the situation probably is.
Yeah.
And realizes there's something else more going on here. And that, did they say that Nora's telling the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that's what they were saying. No, Nora was telling the truth.
And then after that, they went, after that, well, no, they showed during the show. They showed that if Mr. Bratt got punched in the face or fell or got hit in the scrapbook, he went into his body. But if he got punched in the face again or hit his head or something like that again, he'd go right back into the scrapbook.
Yeah.
And that's and then what happened was, did the scrapbook get thrown in water or something?
It did. Oh. Yeah, no. It did get thrown in the water, but was it Harold that threw it?
Yeah, Biddle took over the body and tried to throw it out to get it away from, because he needed the scrapbook to get them out of the whatever they were in.
Right.
And when he did that, all the water got onto the page, which is the page that they were in the scrapbook, and everything around them started to basically melt, or basically like water on a picture, like if somebody drew something.
Yeah.
So then that's how it ended, because all of a sudden they fell.
Yes.
And then they at one point also dropped down to another page or something, and she saw this crazy stuff that looked like a doll, like the past or future or past. Some odd thing. I can't remember like exactly, but yeah. So, what did you think of this episode? It went farther. It told you some stuff, but it wasn't as good as the other ones. So, what did you think about it? Even though it didn't seem as good as the other ones, what did you think of it?
I thought it was all right. I mean, I liked it. It had a different feel from the other ones. The other one seems to be like a little bit more mysterious or a little bit more spookier.
Well, this is pretty spooky a little bit, but I know what you mean because they're basically in one place. Things are kind of spooky, but the other ones were spookier,
yeah, had more of a, scariness to
it. They're stuck in the scrapbook. That's scary, nervous, but, it's basically... they're all together and they understand that they're stuck. So it's not as spooky or scary as the other ones, I suppose. I think they could have done more with this episode, but it's not as good as the others. I think so far this is the worst episode. It's not bad, but I think this was just an episode they did to kind of, to get into the scrapbook where they're stuck in it. But I guess it was needed because to find out where Brat was. But I don't know if they could have done something else to figure that out. But the scrapbook idea to find out where Mr. Brat was during this time after he was possessed, him going back and forth, getting hit and punched. I think that was supposed to be like a little bit comedic as well. But and to find out that they now find out and realize that Nora is telling the truth and that it is true and that it is a problem is a good thing. That kind of how they found that out. That was important. So yeah. How would you feel if you swung a stick at one of your kids and stuff and they exploded?
What? What?
Well, first of all, she realized it wasn't her son.
Yeah.
And then when she swung, she didn't expect whatever it was that wasn't her son to explode like it did.
No.
But she was well aware, I think, at that point it wasn't actually her son.
Yeah.
So, all right. So yeah, I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not the best one, but yeah. So the next episode that we'll be doing next time. Also, we're gonna add the Santa Clauses because we're watching that second season. So we already watched the first season. I mean, next episode we can go over the first season maybe, then go into the first episode of the first season, and also Jack Reacher's coming back on,
which I'm looking forward to.
So we can gloss over the first season of that when the second season's gonna come on. So, and I think maybe some other stuff we'll so we'll dive more into TV, film stuff as well as time goes on, and eventually some other stuff, and really dive into a bunch of other things every episode. So the episodes are most likely going to be out on Sunday and Thursday. So yeah, all right. So that's pretty much it. We went through the Word of the Day Dreams, and Goosebumps, and we talked about football and everything. We made our Sunday picks, which we'll talk about on Thursday, how they did, win or lose, and stuff like that. So, all right. Well, that's been another episode of One Mic Conversations with Skittzo, and my mother,
Kay Sands.
and we're out.